Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the real reason why Anakin Skywalker lost to Obi-Wan. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because Anakin had defeated Count Dooku, which Obi-Wan couldn't defeat. Now, the reason why this is the case, I'll explain that later. Star Wars and say stuff like Naruto aren't the same. If Naruto can defeat, let's say, Zabuza, that means anyone that Zabuza has defeated previously would all be defeated by Naruto. In Star Wars, that's not the case. Just because Anakin defeated Count Dooku and Count Dooku defeated someone else like Obi-Wan, that does not mean Anakin can defeat Obi-Wan. So emotion does play a pretty big role when it comes to Star Wars. That's why Rey was able to beat Kylo Ren, even though Kylo Ren was way more powerful than Rey. Same way here, even though Anakin had full potential, he had the highest midi-chlorian count, and honestly, by the time the fight happened, Anakin was at his full potential. He's basically at the strongest. He's at his peak. Even Darth Vader can't beat this version of Anakin Skywalker. But how is Obi-Wan able to beat him? It's Obi-Wan's conviction. Obi-Wan's conviction had way more power than Anakin's full potential. Even though this does not relate to actual strength, his motivation and conviction was enough to fight off Anakin's full potential and midi-chlorian count. That's why Obi-Wan was actually able to beat Anakin in this duel. It's pretty simple, actually. It's his conviction. He had so much motivation to bring Anakin back to the light side, and he needed to defeat him in doing so. And the conviction he had and the motivation he had to bring Anakin back was a lot stronger than Anakin's full potential. Even though this doesn't relate to actual strength, when somebody has a goal in mind, they will put their all into it, especially when they have a lot of strength and discipline. So that's why Obi-Wan was able to beat Anakin. Well, one of the reasons why Obi-Wan was able to beat Anakin. Alright, so reason number 2 would be dueling. Now, Obi-Wan has a special defense technique called Surisu. Now, this technique was very helpful when it came to fighting General Grievous, who is very powerful as well. And General Grievous, think about it, Obi-Wan was able to defend a bunch of mechanical arms from General Grievous, and those were at 4 at a time, whereas Anakin had an inferior mechanical arm, and Obi-Wan would obviously be able to counteract any defense he has. And on top of that, Obi-Wan did teach Anakin everything he knew about dueling, so he would obviously know what he's going to do. And even if a student surpasses a master in certain brute force and techniques, the master will still win. Because at the end of the humble day, the master basically knows all the moves. For example, let's use Vinland Saga, for example. Askeladd is way weaker than Thorfinn, but he still lost to him because he knew what Thorfinn is capable of. He knew all his moves. He read everything, even though Thorfinn beat a superior opponent like Thorkel. Same thing applies to the Star Wars universe because they're both dueling. Obi-Wan is going to know everything that Anakin can do. He's the one who taught him. So yeah, that's the reason why Obi-Wan was able to beat Anakin. That was reason number 2. Okay, so this is going to be the last real reason why Obi-Wan won. Now, Star Wars is kind of like rock, paper, scissors, shoot. If you have Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, and Darth Vader, each in a death match, Luke can beat Darth Vader, Anakin can beat Luke, and Darth Vader can beat Anakin. Because of the styles they use. Same way goes here. Obi-Wan would be able to destroy Anakin for countless reasons why. Same way like rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And Obi-Wan's conviction amplifies his force and everything. So, yeah, as said before, that's why he was able to counteract him. Also, it was because of Anakin's ego. Anakin thought that he was so much more powerful than everybody in the entire universe. So he thought he can do anything. And Anakin was super obsessed with how Obi-Wan defeated Darth Maul when he flipped over and cut his legs off. The same way Anakin wanted to do, he wanted to go right behind him and flip over. And just basically slice off Obi-Wan's legs. Basically, Obi-Wan knew exactly what he was trying to do, so he just cut his legs off. Simple as that. Like, there was no in between. Obi-Wan knew what he was doing. That's his move. And Anakin was very obsessed with it. That's why he even asked Obi-Wan in the first place how he won. So he tried to use everything Obi-Wan used against Darth Maul. And the reason why this wouldn't work, the reason why he even tried it is obviously because of his ego. He had a very big ego. He thought everybody could destroy him. He thought he could destroy everybody. My bad. And yeah, that basically sums up the video. Let me know if you guys want to see more content like this. It is pretty new to me. I just got into Star Wars. I did a little bit of research as well on some of these, looking at YouTube and like comics and stuff. So yeah.